Hey guys, I wanted to check out some of the leaks and rumours about the LG Optimus G2. We've also got some of the specs and some of the actual pictures of the device. You can see right here, this is the front of the device with this nice blue screen. Just forget the blue screen right now, but if you can look at the kind of shape of it, it looks pretty standard. You've got kind of small bezels here, which is always nice to see, and it looks like quite a big screen. I think it's a 5.2-inch display. And you'll also notice there isn't any capacitive buttons. There is going to be on-screen buttons on this device, which, you know, is what we've seen from the previous leaks as well, so it kind of makes sense. And let's scroll down a little bit. We've also got a picture of the back of the device. You can see the camera module right here with the flash. You also notice these buttons, this plus and minus thing right here. Now, I'm not quite sure what these buttons are for. It could just be a little kind of cover for the lens, so this kind of goes up and down where you can cover the lens for a protective layer. I'm not completely sure on that. It could be something completely different. I don't know what those buttons do, but we've never seen buttons like that on a device yet, so we'll have to wait and see. In terms of the specs, it's got a 5.2-inch Full HD display, which has a pixel density of 423, which is, again, just off the charts. It's rumored to have the Qualcomm quad-core Snapdragon 800 chip, which is a beast of a chip. It's the 2.3 up to 2.3 gigahertz quad core and the Adreno 330. Right here it says 2 gigabytes of RAM, but I've also read in other places that it might have 3 gigabytes of RAM, which is what we've rumored to have on the Galaxy Note 3. Likely to have a 13 megapixel camera, which will come with optical image stabilization. If you don't know what optical image stabilization is, basically when you take a picture, if you don't have it, you'll get kind of a blurry picture. With this, when your hand's moving, it'll stabilize that image and you'll get a sharp image. So it's kind of cool that it has that. And yeah, you can see here the specs are pretty impressive, right? If it does come with all these specs and it does have 3 gigabytes of RAM, it's really going to be hard to beat. It's got the Snapdragon 800 processor, a nice big display, but it's not ridiculously big. 13 megapixel camera. Yeah, it sounds really good. You can see here they're talking about this camera module with the single LED flash and a set of physical buttons, plus and minus, which I said earlier I have no idea what they do. You can see, according to reports, the keys are located on the camera's protective slide down cap. So it does kind of make sense that it is a protective thing. Maybe it's not actually buttons, but just something you can kind of force up and force downwards to protect your camera lens. Nonetheless, the LG Optimus G2 is stacking up to be quite a device. It looks like it has very, very high-end specs, and you know, the screen on the LG Optimus line is always pretty good. So yeah, peace out.